Another day, another airport, another flight. Today, vamos a Mexico. We made it through security and I didn't beat, but I did get in trouble for not taking my shoes off. Everybody gives TSA a really hard time and sometimes it's really justified. I have to say TSA here in LAX was so nice and so friendly and so good. So shout out to you guys. You guys deserve some cred where cred is due. Now we have like an hour before the flight and then it's like a 4-hour flight to Mexico City. Well, off to Mexico. I am so excited. I can't even contain myself right now. So excited. Did I mention I'm excited? We made it to Mexico. Hemos llegado a Mexico. I'm stoked. Now we gotta get through customs. We made it to Mexico. I am like beyond excited. I can't even tell you how excited I am. I don't really understand why, but I'm super stoked to be back. We're staying with Mike Corey from Kick the Grind and my buddy Steve, Backpacker Steve, who some of you have already met. So a couple YouTubers, myself and Jodie. The plan is a week here in Mexico City, and then the plan is a road trip down to Chiapas and then to Oaxaca. And I'm, as I mentioned, I'm a little bit excited. I'm just like all sorts of jazzed up for this. And yeah, I guess it's like a fairly quick taxi drive, Mexico City standards, into the area where our Airbnb is. So next couple clips are gonna come from the taxi. We made it to our apartment. Mike Corey lives here, so I don't think you'll see him until dinner. Steve's there messing with the light. Are you okay, Steve? Backpacker Steve doesn't know how to work lights. Jodie's here. This is our Airbnb, and in total this place worked out to about 35 euros a night, and it's quite nice. You've got like this lobby area, and I'll whip you around on a quick tour. Over here you got 2 bedrooms, Jodie and my bedroom here. It's got its own little bathroom. Steve's got a room in here.
Sunset is going on here.
Yeah, sunset's going on upstairs. Sunset's actually going on outside, so I'm gonna take you guys up to the coolest part of this apartment, which is upstairs. Obviously you've got a kitchen here, but you've got this tiny little spiral staircase that takes you up to our private rooftop garden, as they call it, which is awesome. And sunset's happening right now. If I can figure out how to get out of here. Steve, I'm locked in. We're out, and it's got this really cool rooftop terrace with a seating area. There's tables under here. There's a barbecue under there. And the sun is setting back over that way, over this barrier. So great little spot here. Gonna spend the next week exploring Mexico City. I think the plan right now though is to work for a couple hours and then go out and get some dinner. Gracias. Sí. Feliz Navidad. You guys might remember that like a month or so ago there was that huge earthquake here in Mexico City. Check out this building that's right across from our Airbnb. I'm gonna go under the tape, but it's basically just been destroyed by it. There's cracks up and down it. It's got tape all over it saying you can't go into it. And it's kind of a heavy reminder of how recent that was. So kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Now, we're gonna go see Mike. We're gonna go have dinner with him. At the end of this video, I'm gonna leave an end card for the video that Mike did about the day that the earthquake happened. He was here when the earthquake happened. He shot it, he filmed it, and it's pretty impressive video. So check that out at the end of this one. Yo!
Hey!
Cheers.
Are we ready? Cheers. Salud!
Salud!
Actually, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take the mandarin. The mandarin goes in the worm salt. This is worm salt. Salt, spices, and ground up worms. I'm not even joking. And you take a bite.
Before or after the shot?
Before. And then give it a shot.
He's experienced in doing that.
Woo! Who's next?
Okay guys, that was a fun night here in Mexico City, a fun start to Mexico City, and as I've said 13 times in this video, I am so excited about this trip. I'm super excited. I kind of want to end this video though with like a little bit of an explanation of what's happening in Mexico City, because I feel like in Thailand there was a lot of confusion about what I was doing there. There was a lot of comments saying that I was on vacation or thinking that I was on vacation, and I can totally get that because I wasn't on assignment. And a lot of you guys, especially those of you that are new to this channel, have basically only seen me on back-to-back assignments, going crazy with the assignment, and think that's work, and when I'm not on assignment, it's not work. When I'm not on assignment, it's almost just as much work though as when I am on assignment. And I've broken this down in the past, but it's been a really long time since I've done it. So I kind of want to explain the type of trips that I'm on and the type of work that I do. Basically, I break it down into 3 categories. The first being them trips. Them trips are client trips. They're trips that I'm on assignment, where there's no like gray zone. I'm definitely working for somebody else, creating images or videos or social media for somebody else. Then there's mixed trips. Mixed trips are when I have different responsibilities for certain clients. I have to get certain images or a video to a client, but I can do it on my own time and I can kind of do my own thing and shoot my own locations if I want as well. A lot of what I used to do was mixed trips. This year's been a lot of them trips. In the past, it's been very, very much mixed trip heavy. And then early in my career, what I did almost exclusively was me trips. And that was just because I didn't have any clients. And a me trip is when I do things totally on my own. I pay for everything myself, everything's self-funded, and I have no responsibilities to other clients. I'm just traveling and shooting and hoping to make some money at the same time. And that's what Thailand was. I had a couple responsibilities in Thailand, a couple images I had to get to certain clients that I've had for ages, a couple social media posts I had to do, but it was mostly a me trip. And me trips, they kind of can seem like a vacation, I think, from afar, because I spend a lot of time location scouting, I spend a lot of time exploring, I spend a lot of time having fun, and I can totally get the confusion. This trip to Mexico is again a me trip. And it's kind of like a pet project, a fun project that I wanted to do with some buddies. We had this idea ages ago to bring a bunch of travel videographers here to Mexico and have some fun as kind of a group. And a couple people bailed last minute because of other commitments, but we have this like fun little team of Jodie, of Mike, and of Steve, and we're just gonna kind of travel around, exploring, shooting video content, and just having fun. Now, having said that, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be working. I'm definitely gonna be working, and in fact, I might be working harder on this me trip than I would on a typical them trip. And just because the Mexico series is going to be very travel heavy, it doesn't mean that there's not going to be photography. There's going to be photography almost every single day. I'm going to be shooting images every single day. And I'm going to be vlogging about the images I take almost every single day as well. So it might be a little bit of a different format than you're used to seeing on this channel, because it's not going to be all about getting one shot or out shooting one location. It's going to be very travel vloggy, and there's going to be like segments mixed into the days of travel vlogs where I'm shooting an image and where I'm showing you the images I'm shooting and where I'm talking about the images I'm shooting. So that's what's coming up. It's a me trip. It's like a fun project with some buddies. It's gonna be a lot of video, a lot of travel, and some photography mixed in as well. And so the game plan for the next 3 weeks is a week here in Mexico City. We're gonna go out and do some shooting, some exploring. We're probably gonna find some ruins. We're probably gonna find some strange things to do in the city, maybe some nightlife stuff, maybe some market, maybe a place called Xochimilco, which is a really, really cool place where they have these like boats and canals through these reed grasses. Really fun place. Then we're heading to Chiapas. Chiapas has been #1 on my Latin America bucket list for ages. It just looks really cool. Jungles and waterfalls and really cool rivers and some Mayan ruins. And I'm stoked for that week in Chiapas. And then there's a week in Oaxaca. After Mike and Steve leave, Jodie and I are gonna go to Oaxaca. Oaxaca's been a place I've wanted to visit for ages as well. Really cool architecture and food and culture. And I'm stoked for all of Mexico. As I've now said 15 times or more, I'm so excited about this trip. It's gonna be fun to travel with some other people. It's gonna be fun to shoot some different content, and yeah, it's just gonna be fun. And I'm super excited, so I hope you guys are excited for the travel content coming up here in Mexico as well. After Mexico, heading to the US Southwest, and it'll be like a month or more of landscape photography and travel photography, as the US Southwest is just one of the best places in the entire world for landscape photography. So if you're into the landscape photography stuff, stick around. There's gonna be tons of it here in Mexico, but definitely in the US. And if you're here for the travel, you're gonna get your fill of it over the next couple weeks. So I guess I'll see you guys on the next episode tomorrow here in Mexico, and I'll see you later. Peace.